Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. My name is Invin. Today I am bringing you guys a video on how to level up the fastest in New World. Now if you're anything like me, you've been very much enjoying the beta so far and have got a little bit addicted to the game already and kind of want to get into that leveling phase so you can get leveled up, get all the new cool items that you unlock at the next tier, get the next quest unlocked and all of that good stuff. So this video is going to show you guys the best ways in which you can gain XP during your time in New World to make it the most efficient if you just want to go down that route, and also the most effective ways of doing it as well, so that if you wanted to get there as quick as possible, you can go ahead and do that. If you do go on to enjoy today's video and you are new to the channel, please do drop a subscribe down below, so it would really help out my channel. And if you do go on to find this video useful, make sure you drop a like on it down below and let me know in the comments what New World videos you would like to see from me next. Now starting off the video here then, the main thing here to gain XP from in New World is going to be the main quest. This quest line is by far the easiest and fastest way to gain the most amount of XP possible in New World. It gives you the biggest chunk of XP for completion and generally takes you through the game in a progressive stage whereby you will actually be able to do the quest for one, but also you will learn a lot about the game going through it. This is highly what I would recommend doing if you are new to the game, you're an intermediate at the game, or you're an expert at the game. Work your way through the quest. I'm not going to spoil anything for you in this video in terms of what happens throughout the storyline, but you will need it going forward in the game for a lot of things and unlocks that you get along the way, so it's definitely worth doing. Now obviously that's fairly self-explanatory, but past that point a lot of people struggle on where to get the best levels from. Now one of the main things to do is obviously your town quests and your faction quests. Both of these can be found inside any settlement, one from your faction leader, whether it's Covenant, Marauder or Syndicate. You go over to the leader of your faction, interact with them and select the quest that you would like to take. You can do 3 PvP ones or 3 PvE ones, or indeed all 6 if you want to, but do remember as soon as you take the PvP option quest, you will be flagged for PvP for the entire duration of these quests, so bear that in mind if you're planning to do other ones as well. And obviously you have the town board, which tells you town projects, any town missions that are available, and there can be up to 12 missions available on this board depending if the faction that owns the town has put any buildings up or anything like that, or any upgrades are undergoing maintenance at the moment. Then you can go ahead and contribute to these ones as well. Now all of these quests are really good to grab, so just grab any that look easy or that you can be bothered to do. If you don't want to go ahead and do the explore or go ahead and kill things, go ahead and find things, stuff like that, ignore those ones. Just do the gathering, the kill quests, all of those easy stuff that you can do as you're going throughout the world, and this will gradually just get you XP for obviously killing the mobs or collecting the materials, but it will also get you XP when you turn the quest in, and it's passive things that you're going to be doing whilst you're running around anyway. Now what you want to make sure you're doing when you get the faction quests is that you get all of them grouped in one area. This will really help, as it means you can go to one area of the map, do all of these quests, and then either respawn, which takes you back to the town, but bear in mind that does do durability damage, or you can go ahead and fast travel if you're nearby a shrine, or indeed just run back if it's a very close area, as sometimes the areas are quite close, which is nice. Pairing faction quests with town quests from the NPCs around the town that do give you various missions throughout your time in New World, you can go ahead and complete anywhere from 3 all the way up to 6 or 7 quests all at once, which is really useful, and this is going to give you a huge chunk of XP all in one go, and is by far the fastest way to do it. Go ahead and grab every quest available in a town and see where the most are bunched together, and then go ahead and complete these, as that will get you the XP the fastest possible way. Now like I mentioned there are some quests that require you to gather certain materials, or indeed refine those gathered materials into the premium version of it. So for example, finding stone into stone blocks, or greenwood into timber in order to turn it in. Now these are both excellent quests to do for the XP and the gold that it gives you, and obviously the progress towards settlement standing and the town progress if it is for a building for example, but these also give you XP in the relative crafting skill or refining skill that you use. Every single time that you pick up an item in the wild, whether you've chopped down a tree, you've mined a stone, you will get a certain amount of XP for doing that, and obviously a higher amount of XP if the material is of a higher level. For example, collecting silver will give you more than iron, and collecting gold will give you more than both of those, and so on going up through the chain of rarity of the items. You will also be able to level up your skills doing this, and every time that you do level up a gathering skill, for example leveling up logging, will give you a set bonus amount of XP as well, which is another progress towards your main overall level. On top of that, when you do refine stuff, so for example the stone cutting table, when you get levels with that, that also gives you XP per item crafted there, and every XP milestone as well that you do reach, so you're going to be getting a ton more XP by doing these methods as well, and generally just enjoying the game, crafting, doing the quests that you would be doing, and that is going to get you a ton of XP very, very quickly. Now, this also works for weapons and weapon masteries. When you go ahead and use a weapon and level it up, every time you do level up that weapon, you are going to get a set amount of player XP given to you as well. Now, obviously, you will generally get player XP whilst you are killing mobs to level up that weapon and its weapon mastery, but what a lot of people don't realize is every time you fully level up a weapon mastery level, you do get a bonus amount of XP, so that's something extra to bear in mind if you do want to power level through some of the early levels of lots of different equipment, or if you just want to go ahead and tunnel towards at the end game of one weapon, as that gives you more XP the higher the level is that you just achieved. So if you achieve level 15 with a weapon as opposed to getting 6 weapons to level 3, you are actually going to get more XP from that level 15 drop, obviously because it is harder to attain. A really, really good way to get XP in New World is actually questing in a group, going around and doing faction quests together, equally doing any random quest you've got where you go around and kill mobs or collect different things. Doing these in a group is a ton faster because you get XP every time someone in the group kills a mob nearby you, so it doesn't specifically have to be yourself. If you do damage it, you get a little bit more XP, but if you don't even damage it, you will still get XP when you're leveling up together, so this is really, really good. And on top of that, you can go ahead and turn on PvP if you do want to, as that does give a little experience boost. Now, one important thing to note here is that when you accept PvP faction quests, they will require you to be solo, i.e. not in a group, but that does mean you can still get in Discord or just a regular VoIP chat with your friends or people from your guild, people from your faction, whatever it is that you're doing, and you can all go ahead and run around together. You can do this in pretty much whatever group size you want, considering that it's technically a solo quest. If you grab a couple of friends, all run around with PvP together, all of the PvP quests are the same, so you can get the same quests as other people from your faction at the same time when you go and collect them, so you can go ahead and all do them together, and it makes for really, really easy XP and faction standing, so you can go ahead and level up your faction rank, getting up those ranks there, and obviously getting the tokens from, which is really, really nice because you can buy a lot of good stuff, particularly early on. The gear that you get from your faction trader is going to be very, very good, so make sure you keep an eye on that. I will do a video later on explaining about the factions and the faction crystals, kind of what to spend your money on there, but just know that the gear from those is very decent and probably will be better than a lot of the stuff you have, particularly early on, so you are going to want to complete those quests, and doing them solo but kind of going around with people is a really good way to do the PvP quests there. Now, hopefully this video has helped you guys get off the ground with some early levels, and once you kind of get into the swing of it, you will understand the rotations of things that you need to be doing in the game, and kind of basically the story is that everything will give you XP, so just do what you enjoy doing because it won't seem like a graft then, and obviously the point is to just have as much fun as possible. If you are trying to sweat it out, like I said there, you want to group up as many quests as possible, go to one area, complete them all, come back and turn them all in. You'll do a level or 2 each time you do that, and obviously powering through the main storyline quest will really, really help you to level up fast, so go ahead and just complete as many of those quests as you can, and then keep leveling up in between where it requires you to. If you have found this video useful and informative, please do leave a like on it down below. Make sure you subscribe to the channel with notification bells on because I'm going to be uploading tons more New World content, and it'd be great to have you here as part of that community. And other than that, as always, thank you very much for watching, take care, and peace.